You know that little funny joke God made when, because the whole world's fake, right? Like, if you haven't noticed, the clones around you aren't living characters. You can't summon living beings like that. Can't, like, the material world's fake. You can't just create cities and stuff like that. And COVID and shut down a whole world full of real living Pinocchios. You know what I'm saying? So like everything's obviously staged and fake. So when like you have a picture that's good, it's not like a movie. The movies and stuff, they're not making that stuff. The music, it's like auto generated and stuff. That's AI. And so when I look back at that, the pictures of the flies crawling and people's nuggets, and how funny, like they just had to provide those pictures and stuff. And then I realized now we're in the future who that person was, what type of NPC classification that thing was. I don't like the word person, obviously, because there's a lot of things out here who are using that word to manipulate the world. And I don't like manipulators, especially if they're NPC, because NPC have no rights. So, humans have rights. If you're a human, you can document and prove that someone didn't summon you, and you can have thoughts, and you didn't go inside and disappear for a year or something when God said shut the world down and the Matrix shut down, things like that. Um, then good, you can have human rights. Hell, some people might actually have different rights on this planet. There might be like God rights and stuff, which definitely trump everything because, as you can see, COVID trumped everything. So, yeah, I mean, the wars are trumping everything. The World War III is it's trumping everything, and it's going to trump everything. And like the whole thing there where you can do things like that, and then people like literally like your enemies line up to get executed for it. Like Fauci, like literally NPC all day. Fauci has to be 1,000,000% NPC to just be placed in that position and stuff. To be lined up for a fate he really wasn't involved in, just a NPC character storyline generation, really. Kind of like when you play a video game and you go kill the bad guy. Did the bad guy actually do all that stuff in the video game? Not at all. Technically, the game designer did that, right? So, but anyways, yeah. Looking back, he was a Fauci. That made it so much more funny. I realized like so much of this stuff is set up so the whole scene was set up to be like extremely like one of the most amusing scenes I ever never seen in a movie or anything before, and I got to be right there on scene, involved in the production of that scene. And so looking back, like it's clear like everything being set up that was set up to be like a really funny thing because a lot of it was like actually like really hostile, and so to counter that it provided a lot of comedy and entertainment, because make sure nothing is really that far out of hand for me anyways. I guess NPCs have these horrible stories and stuff. um I mean, literally, I think they're just like, like you run over people in Grand Theft Auto, and the designer programs them to cry, like, you maniac. And it's like, why are you crying? You're an NPC. But it makes it seem real, right? So they put it in the game there. But, anyways, yeah, so looking back, like, that was like foreshadowing of what those people do and how to deal with them. and you know, you shouldn't take it too seriously that these things are going to happen and what's going to happen to them because of it. So, um, yeah, I'm to NPC, especially one of these people who are going to starve to death here or whatever once World War III grows a little bit more, once all these borders are being attacked and they're going to slowly be diminished, and then the people who are invincible because they watch TV and say they're invincible, you know, uh, the people who don't find that type of stuff funny aren't going to last very long. The people sit around and just cry about every little thing. They're like, oh my God, he said poop, and it wasn't about a doo-doo joke. I love doo-doo jokes. Why do you use my favorite word like that? That's hate speech. He said a bad word. Those people? I'm saying some bad words, aren't I? You're going to probably starve to death during World War III. That will actually be the most, like, I mean, look at Ukraine. Like, I'm pretty sure if you starve to death in Ukraine right now, you're having the best Ukrainian life you can have. The other people, um, you know, it's happening all over. They just put the females on the front line of Ukraine. Oh boy, oh boy, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go out and go. The Russian called me a poopy face. I'm gonna call America. The American 911. I wonder if they do that too. They probably do have like American phones and be calling up and jamming up the phone lines. So you're like, Russia's over here shooting at us. What are people over here gonna do, dude? What are they gonna call Israel or something? Be like, hey, we've been helping you guys. You guys gotta come help us. And they were like, you dumbass. We set it all up. Now you're dead. Anyways, yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty sure the game was just like making sure that that whole scene was supposed to be like just massively you know, it wasn't massively entertaining. Is a fucking hellish nightmare. Um, the person who got to go to hell got off the easiest and stuff, I think. Personally, that's my opinion there. You get to go to hell, then you get to escape this game. But he got to end that real easy and stuff. He didn't have to feel pain. And yep, I probably felt fear for a minute. I wonder what that's actually like. Who knows? It's probably like a real horrible thing. Who knows? But yeah, you gonna that like I did just send a New World Order girls into my life recently. With their occult gang signs, and you know who the New World Order is. It's every other religion. It's and the, except except for the master, the New World Order is the other masters religion we can't name and stuff. The other religions are for the cattle, they're for the slaves. So yeah, when you send the New World Order people, I'm just gonna mess with them anyways. So I was talking to her a few days after, and then I just woke up realizing what was going on, and I was like, well, it's time to check this person, and they look suspect coming on. They look suspect, and then they got the New World Order gang signs all over them, and so I'm like, yeah, it's time to check them. And I was like, well, this war is coming up. I got to check and make sure any female in my life or anybody in my life is a soldier, and is going to have the moral and physical and mental fortitude to survive what's about to happen. And then she never talked to me again. So make sure you don't keep these people who are going to cry till they die in your life.